What's good, everybody on YouTube? This is your boy Akil McLeod back with another video, and today I'm going to share some of the sales that I made on eBay. Now, if you guys are familiar with the channel, I usually combine my weekend sales from Poshmark and on eBay in one video, but this was a really good weekend for me and I made a ton of sales. So I decided to split it up and just share my Poshmark sales in one video and my eBay in another. So if you guys didn't catch my first video, put a link in the description for that one, and I'll put it up in the card so you guys can check that one out too. But in this video is only going to be about eBay sales. So if you guys are interested in these videos, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, y'all, so first up is this Nike dry fit golf shirt, and I've been selling golf things like crazy. I feel like every weekend I'm telling you guys to go ahead and pick up Nike golf shirts, Nike golf pants, sneakers, anything that you can find golf related is selling really quickly. And this one sold for me in about 3 or 4 days for $19.99 with free shipping. And usually I try to always charge for shipping, but anytime I don't charge for shipping, that means I'm not accepting offers. And for this item, I know there's a ton of competition on eBay, so I just listed this for 20 bucks with free shipping, and it sold within about 3 or 4 days. Definitely be on the lookout for anything Nike Golf Tour performance related, and especially if you can find things in larger sizes, those always sell a lot better. And since this was a size small, I only asked for 20, but if this was an extra large, I might have gotten 25 for this one. Next up is this Orvis plaid shirt, and this Orvis shirt was in really good condition, and it's really not like the season for these type of stuff to sell, but I'm still glad this one did sell because this is more like a fall plaid shirt, and usually I would get maybe 25 bucks for this, usually between like September and December. But this one did sell for 20 bucks. This is a double XL, so this was a really good size, and I had this in the inventory for less than a month. If you guys come across Orvis, I suggest pick it up. I don't always pick up Orvis shirts, it really just depends on the print and the size, but larger sizes for me, I usually always grab it up. Next is this vintage Acorns jacket, and I picked this jacket up from a Buffalo Exchange for I think $20 something. It was definitely way undervalued, and that's why I love going to places like Buffalo Exchange, Crossroads, Plato's. They still buy and sell clothing, so of course they're trying to make money, but sometimes certain things, especially vintage pieces and shoes, usually go undervalued in there. And mainly just because the buyers they have knowledge when it comes to clothing, but some things they just have no clue on, so they just price it undervalued. So this one sold for me for 75 bucks, and I was really happy to see that this sold because I was expecting it to sell during the fall. But you know, sometimes some people, they're looking for jackets and stuff like this now just so that they can have it when they're ready to, you know, rock it during the winter time. So if you guys come across vintage Acorns, definitely pick it up. Some vintage Acorns jackets sell for a ton of money, especially the all leather jackets that have some type of painting on it or some type of logo or art on it. Usually sells for like $200 to $300, but since this one was just a simple lightweight jacket, this one only sold for 75, but still a ton of profit for me. Next is this Carbon to Cobalt long sleeve Henley shirt, and Carbon to Cobalt is more like a California brand. It's not really out there. The one time I did see it outside of California, I was in Arizona and I picked up a Carbon to Cobalt shirt. But this brand, I usually always sell it for at least 20 to 25 bucks. But for some reason their Henley shirts had a much higher value, and this one sold for 35 bucks. I picked it up for 5, and it sold within about 2 to 3 weeks, so I was definitely happy about that one. Next up is this Columbia Omni Shade vest, and these fishing vests usually sell for about 19 to about 25 bucks on eBay, and this one I just decided to price it right down the middle for about 23 with free shipping, and it sold pretty quickly within about a month. And I picked this vest up for $4.50, so if you guys come across these Columbia vests, pick it up. The shirts sell for a decent amount of profit as well, the PFG fishing shirts, but they're not as popular as they used to, so I definitely don't pick those up as often as I used to. Next is this Canon ink. I actually had this for my old printer, but I'm gonna be selling that printer pretty soon. So as you guys know, I use a Dymo thermal label printer right now, so I just wanted to go ahead and get my money back for this ink, and I believe I paid 20 bucks for it, or 22, and I sold it for 24, so this was pretty good for me. Basically just got my money back. Next is this Lane Bryant motorcycle jacket, and this one was in really good condition as well, practically brand new. I don't sell a ton of Lane Bryant. This is actually my first piece from Lane Bryant that I sold, but I always hear that plus size clothing do well on eBay, especially for women. I know the men's clothing always sells well for me, but the plus size clothing for women sell well also. So I went ahead and I picked this one up, and this one sold within less than 3 weeks, so I was happy about that one. I picked this one up from a Goodwill half off sale, so I only paid $4 for this jacket. So if you guys come across something similar, pick it up. But I'm not gonna act like I know everything about Lane Bryant, so some pieces may not have as much value as others. Next is this Salvatore Ferragamo tie, and this one was in really good condition. Listed it and it sold within like 20 minutes. So honestly, I probably sold this for way too cheap, but at the end of the day, it sold quick. I paid like $2 or $3 for it, and I'm just glad that it sold as fast as it did, because as you guys know, it's the eBay Summer Slowdown. People aren't shopping, so even if I may have gotten maybe $5 or $6 more for this tie, I'm still glad it sold so quick. And last but not least, this was the sale of the weekend. This is the Hyperice Viper Vibrating Fitness Roller. And this one I got from a thrift store, and I paid up for this one. I paid, I think, $10 or $15 for this, and it ended up selling for $130. Now, the good thing about this one is the fact that, like I said, it was brand new. I paid up for it. I did some back and forth with the guy at the store. I was trying to get it for a little cheaper, but I'm pretty sure they knew what it was. And since it was brand new and sealed, they definitely wasn't going to go for any negotiations. But these are also listed on eBay. I'm seeing some that sell for as high as like $170, $180. But I mean, they're listed for that price, but people aren't actually selling it for that price. So I went ahead and accepted that offer. And like I just said, sales are pretty slow on eBay. So when I get strong offers, I'm not going to do too much negotiations. I'm just going to go ahead and take my profits and run with it. So if you guys come across any of these vibrating fitness rollers, definitely check the comps, do the research, because especially right now, it's summertime, people are trying to get in shape, and all these type of stuff are definitely very hot commodities. Alright, y'all, that's all I have for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. To hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you guys are interested in learning how to sell things on eBay, check the link in my description, and that'll take you to my Patreon page. And there's where I'm doing an eBay 101 series, where I'm basically sharing how to build and start an eBay business from scratch. So if you guys are interested in that, hit that link in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.